Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I am congested, so I'm going to be off screen right now. I just want to show you guys the top three things I thought was interesting this week so far. When it comes to political things and the commentators and those who are influencers when it comes to political commentary and things of that nature. Erika Kirk recently had to cancel the Make Heaven Crowded event to be with her family. She says there's a lot happening in the world right now and claims that the devil has unleashed all the angels to come after her. After her. I don't know if that's given narcissism to anyone else, but it's certainly given a little narcissistic to me. That's just my personal opinion on that one. Erika Kirk declares that no force of darkness can stop what God has promised her in her mission. So I want to play this really quickly so you guys can hear her response to the backlash that she's getting from her recent video. So I want to play this first, and then I want to play someone else's response to this whole Erika Kurt situation, and these are going to be my final words about this woman.
Hey everyone, I'm sorry I'm not able to physically be with you tonight. I am taking some time to be with my family, but I wanted to at least send you a video to just really let you know how grateful I am for all of you and for your support with our TPUSA Faith Make Heaven Crowded tour. We are so blessed to have such a phenomenal team, and you all are so blessed to have Jack Graham as your pastor. But there's a lot going on right now in this world. The noise at this point is palpable. And after Charlie's murder, I, like many of you, feel like a revival broke out. And since then,
It's amazing that you hear this revival, revival, revival. And I'm not here to say that God isn't doing a revival, because God can do whatever with whatever vessel. Because he's the most high. He's not Satan. He's a good God. So if he can help souls get saved, so be it. So be it. He wishes that no man would perish, but all would come into repentance. So yes, people are being changed by this. God is using this to open up the eyes of the spiritually blind, to open up the ears of the spiritually deaf, to make those who are spiritually lame walk again, walk out your faith, right? So I'm not here to disagree completely. I just know TPUSA, faith and TPUSA as a whole, is compromised and corrupt.
enemy, the devil himself, I feel as if he's unleashed all the demons all over the place to hijack this revival.
Maybe it's God's hand on your life that he's trying to push you out of the way to spare your life, your mental health, and to help you realize that your priority should be your kids and not this business. Because the order that God created humanity was male, then female, and then children. We can go back to the book of Genesis and see that very clearly, especially since you claim to be a follower of Christ. You're a Christian, right? Because that's what a Christian is. They follow Christ and his teachings because he is God, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So, coming from that perspective, since you claim to be that, and I'm not here to check your Christian card or check your salvation status, because I'm not the Most High, nor do I want to be. But based off what you said and what you're representing, I'm going to give correction. And I think this needs to be corrected. I need you to really get in prayer and let this go, because what God has done, at least in my life and people I know, he will put that heavy hand on you and you think it's the enemy when it's actually the Lord trying to preserve you, because he wishes that no man would perish. But these fallen angels and their offsprings and Satan and his crew, oh, they definitely running around here rampant. And TPUSA and the donors. Oh, yeah, it's definitely Satan and his demons for sure. So you keep your enemies close, they say. Keep your enemies close so you don't know who's around you, sweetie. You could be being used by Satan and don't even know it. But anyways,
And I had a friend of mine tell me, they were like, can you imagine once you get to heaven that the devil is like this little.
why is the devil in heaven? Why? Like, why is your friend saying, can you imagine when you get to heaven, the devil? If I'm seeing the devil in eternal life, I'm in hell. There's no heaven. That's hell. If you're seeing the devil, you're in hell. You're not in heaven. Did anyone catch that or was it just me? Like, what are we doing here? If I die and I see Satan, the devil, where I'm at eternity in eternity, that's not heaven, that's hell. So why is your friend telling you this? I know I'm not going to hell because if I see Satan there, then I'm like, Lord, I didn't put my faith in you fully. Your life, death, and resurrection and return. I missed the gospel. It's not by my works, but by what he done. I'm holy through Christ. I'm sanctified through Christ. Let's not get this twisted. But anyways, I thought that was interesting.
Gnome that like hides under a bridge, like this little thing, and you in your head thought it was just like this. I mean, obviously he's awful, but the context of that really put it into perspective.
It didn't put it in perspective for me. What y'all think? Did it put it in perspective for y'all? Maybe I'm missing something.
And, you know, I find myself quite often just saying out loud, even to the enemy, what God has spoken, hell cannot and will not silence.
You could just say the Lord rebuke you, Satan, like the Archangel Michael said. I think that is very simple. It's literally 4 words. The Lord rebuke you, Satan. And the Archangel, the warring angel, who's on the same celestial being level spiritually and can manifest physically because they got their own bodies, said the Lord rebuke you, Satan. So if the Archangel Michael said, the Lord rebuke you, saying, what makes you think that you can have a conversation with Satan? Now, I may laugh in his face behind Christ. That's about it. You know what I mean? But other than that, I'm not saying nothing to Satan, but the Lord rebuke you, Satan. Read the book of Revelation, y'all. Read the book of Revelation. All right, anyways, I'm going to let her finish.
And we are promised that if God has commanded it, no force of darkness can ever stop it. You can war against it, you can mock it, you can try to bury it. But if God said it, good luck. And that's the sentiment that I think all of us should have at this point. But I can promise you the revival will continue to rise.
It's always a revival. It's always a revival with these NAR type of Christian circles. I'll just say that. So I came across his video as I was scrolling through the former Twitter. Erika Kirk lashed out on her critics last night. This is the latest example of why she needs to resign as CEO of TPUSA and let a male take all the heat that comes with running a political organization. Go raise your children, Erika. I couldn't agree more. Let's listen.
People are going to hate me for saying this, for repeating this, but Erika Kirk,
We're going to respect you. All right, y'all. Quit. I'm going to let him speak.
step away from TPUSA. You're doing too much. I said this at the very beginning of this when you took the assignment of replacing Charlie Kirk. Not the proper role. You've got 2 young kids. Go be a mother to them. Once you step into that CEO role of an important political organization with international influence,
Very powerful, by the way.
no one's going to give you, oh, she's a grieving widow, let's cut her a break. No, what they're going to do is focus in on you're the CEO of a political organization with international influence, and they're going to talk about you and discuss everything about you and be critical of you. That's what goes along with being the CEO. You clearly can't handle it. The video you put out yesterday, 15 minutes attacking your critics, casting yourself as
She looked like that. I didn't watch the full video. I don't honestly don't have it in me to watch it, but this summary is perfect. I will say that. But why was she really breathing like that, y'all?
a victim. Your explanation of why you attended the White House Correspondents' Dinner. You wanted to go confront your critics. Erika, your critics were not at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Those were primarily your allies. No one in the media, in the mainstream media, people at CNN, people at MS Now, people at Fox News, they're not attacking you. Not in a real way. Fox News celebrates you, and MS Now and CNN mostly leave you alone. You were not there to confront your critics. And I know you told a story that you were and that you did, but that's not it. You went because you wanted to have fun. You like going to fun political events. You got 2 kids. Go raise them. All the heat, all the criticism will go away by attacking Drewski, by attacking Candace Owens, by attacking people that say like, hey man, TPUSA is a powerful organization. The last CEO just got assassinated. That's
Corrupt too. And compromised in so many different ways.
not a woman's job. Those of us that have pointed that out, we're not the bad guys. We're actually looking out for you, your kids, and what you as a woman.
But this is all a show. This is not real. I mean, they're all actors and actresses. So, a part of me is just like, nah, I don't buy it. But like I said, these is my final words. I have nothing else to say about Erika Kirk or TPUSA Faith or TPUSA period.
Can handle. You clearly can't handle the heat that goes along with being the CEO of a internationally powerful political organization. If you could handle it, the people that say like you shouldn't be the CEO of a political organization, you'd let that roll off your back. Yes,
I want to say this really quickly. I'm sorry, and I'm going to let him finish. There is this feminine goddess spirit that is over United States, and I don't know, it's just been on a rampant lately, with even with the last political um the last presidential election, right, with Trump and Karma, I'm about to say Karma. Kamala. Just this whole rise of this women dominating men type. It's so sickening because if you know God's divine order, clearly Adam was created before Eve. Eve needed, or God's seen that Eve, I cannot speak right now. Eve needed the rib from Adam. He didn't take Eve's rib and put it into Adam. He took Adam's rib and put it into Eve. Even the Apostle Paul teaches this. Even Jesus taught it. And the Apostle Paul expounds upon what Jesus taught because he taught Apostle Paul, right? He said, "Don't you know that it is not good for men to be alone? That man should leave his mother and father's house, his father and mother's house, excuse me, and be joined with his wife." He confirmed the order that God created it because he created it. Mm. Father and mother. Adam before Eve. Christ's male, female children. Just saying. Husband before wife. Do I have to elaborate anymore? For those who don't believe in divine ordership, there's a reason. God created man the way he created man, and woman the way she was supposed to be fashioned and created as a help mate to the leader. Eve wasn't around while Adam was working and naming animals and giving him that type of authority. Just saying. Just saying. That's it.
You would be upset with Candace Owens. I get that. But if you're really qualified for being the CEO, you'd let that roll off your back because you know you can't win that battle. Drewski, right now, I guarantee you, is in a studio with white paint on his face,
Oh my
dressed up
goodness.
as you, preparing his next skit. The outfit you chose was comical, just easy to satire.
Wow. Wait a second. Let me run this back. Erica Kirk. Hold up. Erika Kirk out here dressing like Eminem when he got sober. Yeah, definitely satire.
Easy to satire. I don't know if you're a good or bad person. I assume you're a lot like me and everybody.
Well, for all my Bible based believers, we know that Jesus, the Messiah taught a good tree produce good fruit and a bad tree produce bad fruits. So, what type of tree is Erica? Can you discern the fruits?
Else. Your intentions are good, but you're flawed. I don't know or really care. What I do know is you're not built for this level of combat. Women aren't built for this level of combat. I'm sorry to have to break that news. The girl bosses in the left wing, the girl bosses in the right wing, they're all going to hate me for telling you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Women aren't built for combat. We've known that for hundreds of thousands of years. Politics right now is a super violent combat sport. If you can't take the slings and arrows,
Unless you're a paid actress and actresses, because who really takes politics serious at this point? I don't. I stopped taking politics seriously. You know what I mean? Locally, maybe there's hope. But presidentially, yeah, I honestly don't think it's possible. Locally, we could probably have some wiggle room.
that come out of people's mouths, you're not fit for leadership of a political organization. I speak this truth not to harm you, but to advise you, because perhaps your friends aren't giving you the proper advice.
That's the thing. Where's her friends? Like, she don't got no one in her corner just telling her the truth. Like, look, don't you think Charlie Kirk will want you to focus more on raising your children than this business? Clearly, he's not here. This could be God working in a mysterious way for you to just surrender this. The girl is financially set. I mean, don't don't get it twisted. So if she truly wants to love her kids in a way that her late husband wanted her to, that's your husband. You only know what he would want. And I'm pretty sure any man will want his wife to take care of his children and let the business go. I mean, and Charlie Kirk, you listen to his speeches, he seemed like a man with common sense and very logical man. You know, I didn't agree with everything the man said, but he was very logical. I will say that. You can still listen to his raw footage, you know? So, I mean, he was very logical. He had his own mind to think. He was a critical thinker. So, don't you think he would be more concerned about the well-being of his wife and their children, because that affects your children if their mother is not mentally stable or in a emotionally stable place to raise their children, to keep his legacy living on in a healthy manner, especially his wife? I don't know what their personal relationship was. I know Candace Owens got some commentary on that, but I'm not here for that. I don't care what Candace Owens has to commentate on her and her husband's personal life. I wasn't around them. But I will say, woman to woman, you need to consider your children more than you consider yourself in this business. Let that pride go, baby girl.
Stand down. Let some man take the criticism that goes along with being the CEO of a powerful political organization. It's time to raise your two young children.
All right, y'all. Thank you for listening to a quick episode, and I hope you guys will comment below. Let me know what you think, what your 2 cents on this topic, and I will talk to y'all later. Shalom.